Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Times of Ummah. Today's first news update is coming from Afghanistan, where deaths from Kabul bomb attack reached 58. The bombing on Saturday evening shocked the city's neighborhood of Dasht-e-Barchi. The community, a religious minority in Afghanistan, has been targeted in the past by Islamic State. According to sources, 7 or 8 from the victims were schoolgirls going home after finishing their studies. As United States has begun withdrawing from Afghanistan, the Kabul government is on high alert, and from several positions, Taliban are taking the Afghan security forces, and many checkpoints are now under the Taliban's control. The President Ashraf Ghani has blamed Taliban over the attack and gave no proof. On the other hand, Taliban have denied and said Taliban will never attack any civilian, and said we don't attack on what is prohibited in Islam. Ghani said the Taliban, by escalating illegitimate war and violence, have once again shown that they are not only reluctant to resolve the current crisis peacefully and fundamentally, but by complicating the situation. And the school is a giant high school for girls and boys, which indicates it can be the IS works. Al Jazeera reporter from Kabul said this is the time when students were finishing their classes and were heading at home, and we are talking about hundreds of students attending schools at the time. She said witnesses reported 3 explosions that happened back to back, and they were talking about girls who are panicking, who started running around, crying, calling for their mothers, and others were trying to transfer as many as they could to hospitals. Dear viewers, the overall situation is more worse than ever, and no one feels secure now in Kabul. An analyst says that Taliban can go for cities to conquer that if both parties will not go for political settlement. Today's second news update is coming from Palestine, where once again on another day, Israeli police wounded 90 Palestinians after crackdown on protesters outside occupied East Jerusalem's Old City. Dear viewers, as I told you last time that the situation can spiral out of control, and now we saw another violent day in the holy month of Ramadan against the peaceful Palestinian. And you should know that round about 90,000 Muslim worshippers prayed at nearby Al-Aqsa Mosque on Islam's holy night of Laylatul Qadr, or on the night of destiny, the most sacred of prayers during the Muslim fasting month of Ramadan on Saturday, and many of them remains to protest against illegal Israeli settlement in the Palestinian territory. The Israeli settlers illegally claimed the Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood of Jerusalem and want to expel Palestinians from there. And Palestinians show high resistance despite Israeli officers on horseback and in riots gear fired stun grenades and water cannon against Palestinians, who in turn threw stones, lit fires, and tore down police barricades in the streets leading to the walled Old City's gate. The resistance by Palestinians comes as the Israeli court decision comes about Sheikh Jarrah, and Palestinians are not ready to bear any Jew inside the Sheikh Jarrah. The Turkish president said, "We strongly condemn Israel's heinous attacks that are unfortunately being carried out every Ramadan." Speaking at an event in Istanbul, Erdogan called on all Muslim countries and international community to take effective steps against Israel, adding those that remain silent were a party to the cruelty there. Today's third news update is coming from India, where Pakistan has raised concerns over illegal possessions of large quantity of uranium that was illegally smuggled by 2 unauthorized persons in India. Dear viewers, the Pakistani Foreign Office spokesman has said, "We have noted with serious concern the reports about seizure of more than 7 kg natural uranium from unauthorized persons in India. The Indian government have arrested 2 persons with 7.1 kg of natural uranium on Wednesday in Nagpur. And for your information, the seized uranium is worth $2.5 million. It is believed that the uranium had been stolen or illegally mined. It was reportedly unprocessed, as it had not been refined and converted to yellow cake." Dear viewers, this is really dangerous for humanity that uranium is available for sale in India, and you should know that it can ignite huge and deadliest war once again if someone used it for these kinds of purposes. For now, this is unclear that to whom they wanted to sell it out, but if someone were to use it, the whole world could face its consequences. There is a need for thorough investigation of the matter as to how such sizable quantity of uranium could become available outside any state control, and identify the gaps which made this possible. Dear viewers, if you want to watch top 3 news of the day, please subscribe Times of Ummah.